In this video, I'm going to talk a little more about what's going on at Arsenal and Mikel Arteta during this big rebuild that they're going through. Now, I heard what you guys were saying, and I know you want more football-related content on this channel, and this is the beginning of just that, but I need you guys to see that 28.2% of you are still not subscribed to the channel, so let's make sure we change that and try to get this number as close to 100 as possible. Enjoy.
Pele incoming. I hope so, man. Arsenal or shit, bro. I think it's time to get the banners out. Arteta out. LX, you're stupid. I love you, my man, but it's Arteta's first season. He didn't have a transfer window except for this transfer window when COVID hit. If you look at the players that were brought in, I'll pull them all up and we can discuss them all. I'm not trying to be like an apologist for Arteta or anything like that. I think he's got a lot to improve on, but it's his first job. We had better fucking rebuild stats under Emery. Did we really, though? Did we really? Because Emery inherited a better team with better morale than Arteta picked up, and also managed to absolutely destroy the team while playing an awful brand of football. Now, if you look at the transfers, Thomas Partey, that's a great player. Runerson, backup goalkeeper. Gabriel, our best player of the season. Willian was a free agent so that we could afford to get Partey. Cedric Suarez and Pablo Mari were not his. Ceballos is alone because we didn't have the money to cover spots. So, it's his first season. He's had one transfer window with no money to rebuild the entire squad. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. It's not going to be an immediate fix. And in the meantime, he's gotten us an FA Cup and a League Cup with one of the worst squads we've had. An unmotivated squad. There's a difference between the manager not getting results and the players not being asked to play. These are the same players that disappointed Emery, that disappointed Arsene Wenger in his last year. It's deeper than the manager. And then while we've had this entire rebuild happening, you've seen a restructuring at the back. Raul is out. Mislintat is out. Husfami is out. There's been so much shaking up at the back because the Cronkies are finally stepping in and giving a fuck. It's going to take time to get it right. It's not going to be a rebuild in one season. Arteta's had half a season and in that time brought 2 trophies. It's November right now. Yeah, but it's a FA Cup. It's not Champions League place. How are we going to get a Champions League place with the squad that we have? We're not a Champions League team. But with this horrible fuck-ass team that we have, he brought the trophies. That's success. That's success. Queenie, Cavani won't get a card. He's not in the game. We've been doing a rebuild for the last 3 years. Yeah, and Arteta's been a part of it for 8 months. Or 11 months now. Arteta needs more time. Yeah, he hasn't had any time, guys. He got one transfer window during a global pandemic. For 3 months of his tenure, he couldn't train with the team because of a lockdown. Alex, there are lots of things that need changing that side, but we can't change those without a transfer window. And it's been one transfer window. And in that time, we tried to get rid of Mustafi, Kolasinac. We did get rid of Mkhitaryan. We froze out Ozil. We froze out Socrates. Like, the change is happening, but it's not going to happen overnight, guys. We've been in the rebuild for 3-4 years. Yes, and Alex, those people that started the rebuild aren't here anymore. Those 3 years are lost. Raul, Gazidis, Emery, those guys behind that rebuild are gone. Mislintat, those guys are gone. The rebuild started again with Edu, Vinay, and Arteta. Don't blame Arteta for the past 3 or 4 years when he's been here for 11 months. And in that time, Arteta brought us 2 more trophies than Emery did. Like, come on. Look, Lampard, once he got a full year, just saying give him time. Not only did Lampard get a full year, he got a clean check. He got a blank check to make as many transfers as he wanted. Arteta's not going to get that. We're going to become a mid-table team, bro. LX, we're already a mid-table team. We're already a mid-table team. He's not using Stokes tactics, my man. LX, and this is not LX. This is everybody. How do you shore up a defense? I'm gonna stop the fucking music for this shit. When you become a manager, for a team with absolutely no morale. Conceding goals at the back like crazy. And a world-class striker up top, what do you say? Building any team, what do you say? First, you work on the defense. What have we done? We worked on the defense. We have a lot of the same personnel. Tierney, Bellerin, David Luiz. Those are three of the same guys who were conceding 5 goals a game not too long ago. Or at least it felt like 5 goals a game. Now, we're keeping clean sheets. And it's because of Gabriel, and it's because of the coaching. Our defense is playing better. What we're lacking is creativity going forward. It's not Stokes' tactics. It's that we don't have a midfield to go and push forward into the final third. If you watch the game today, Xhaka is not a final third player. He's a deep line playmaker. Ceballos is a deep line playmaker as well. He's willing to put in a shift, but he's not going to be that guy in the final third. He refuses to push up. That's a player that we need. That's why you see us linked to a Dominic Szoboszlai. That's why you see us linked to Houssam Aouar. Because we need someone to link the midfield and attack. And that's where we're struggling. It's not that we're playing like Stoke. It's that we don't have anywhere to go through the middle. We have to go through the wings. Hence you see all the involvement with Tierney, Saka, Bellerin, and Pepe / Willian / Reece Nelson. And when teams know that we have to go to the wings, it's really easy to shut down because they know we won't be going to the middle. But how can you fix that? You develop your youngsters. Look at Joe Willock. Look at Saka. Look at Smith Rowe. They've been playing central positions. And most importantly, you invest in the transfer window. However, what did we do? We invested in a box-to-box midfield like Thomas Partey. That's the first step. That's the first step. However, Thomas Partey has been hurt. Thomas Partey has been hurt. What else do? You get a player that can move into the final third, create chances. Look at a David Silva. Look at a Bernardo Silva. Look at a Kevin De Bruyne. Those players are the profile that Arsenal's already looking for. And that's what's going to allow us to get the ball to Aubameyang, get the ball to Lacazette, and get more goals. But that can't happen until we get a transfer window. Yeah, fuck AFTV. 1 goal at 23 minutes and park the bus, and we got fucking hammered? Alex, again, my man, if you're getting attacked, you got to defend. You got to defend. Adam, my man, we haven't opened the icon pack yet. We're on our last squad, and we're not playing a 5-2-3, my man. For the last, 6-7 weeks, we've been playing 4 at the back. We started the first 2 or 3 games with 5 at the back, and then we switched. So we've been playing 4 at the back as of late. Szoboszlai would be insane. Bellerin can defend. Bellerin has been one of Arsenal's best players and been one of the best fullbacks in the league, and it needs to be credited. Dude controls the entire right side. We allow Pepe and Willian to play free roles because Bellerin is in charge of the entire right side by himself. The entire right side. If you look at our formation, a lot of our attack goes this way. Left heavy, because that's where Aubameyang usually is. And that leaves Bellerin defending the entire right side by himself. What can you expect of the guy? Smith Rowe does need time. Saka does need rest. Luis is washed, but that's the personnel that we have. That's the team that Mikel Arteta inherited. That's the team that he inherited. It's not Mikel Arteta. It's the failed rebuild with Gazidis, Emery, Mislintat, and Raul. Those are the people to blame for the last 3 years that have been completely washed aside. But you can't blame Edu, Vinay Ventakesham, and Arteta for the last 11 months, because in that time, we've won 2 trophies and we're in the beginning of yet another rebuild. You can blame the Cronkies up top as well for not getting it right the first time, but that's not on Arteta. Laka has lost him for him. Aubameyang doesn't want to fight. Tierney isn't the only one that fights, man. Look at Reece Nelson. Look at Bukayo Saka. Look at Gabriel. You can't say Tierney's the only one that fights and then say Gabriel's the only one left that cares. That's a contradiction. Bellerin could get in any team other than City and Liverpool. Thank you, Wills. Thank you, Wills. That's exactly right. And because he's an outspoken character, he doesn't get any recognition, and he gets slated nonstop. But Bellerin is one of the best fullbacks in the Premier League right now, and I'm willing to put any amount of money on it. Pepe pays 72 million to not even head but someone properly. Alex, here's the thing, bro. Who pays 72 million for Pepe? Raul. What does Arteta have to do with it? You can't be Arteta out and then blame Xhaka and blame Pepe. Those aren't his players. Arteta had 1 summer transfer window during a global pandemic and 3 months away from his team. And what has he done? He's gotten us an FA Cup and a League Cup in the time. How can we be upset at the guy? How can we say, yo, Arteta, this is the most fucked job in the world, and then get mad when he brings us 2 trophies and we're struggling. How can we be mad? How can we be surprised that Arsenal's a mid-table team when we've been a mid-table team for the last 6 years? How can we be mad? How could we be mad? How are we surprised that Arsenal sucks when they've sucked for so long? I just don't see it. I just don't see it. It's a surprise Pikachu meme. Yeah, he still plays Aubameyang in the wing and starts Lacazette, but the last 2 games, Aubameyang started down the middle. Lacazette hasn't started the last 2 games in the league. Yeah, Bobby, which is why I say right now. I don't think Perez miles better than Bellerin, but I'm also saying right now. But that's the thing. Aubameyang's playing down the middle, and we're still not attacking and scoring goals because we don't have a player to link up the midfield and the attack in the final third. Who does that? The profile of Dominic Szoboszlai, the profile of Houssem Aouar. However, we're not going to get that until the summer transfer window the winter transfer window starts, hopefully, if not the summer transfer window. But we can't judge Arteta and say Arteta out after one transfer window when he's inherited a team that we already know does not fight for their managers, because we've seen it for the last 3-4 years. I would not rather have Wan-Bissaka than Bellerin, in my opinion, Bobby, but I respect your opinion. And Alex, by the way, I am so sorry if it sounds like I'm singling you out. I really don't mean to. I just know you're also a fan, and, you know, I know we're having discourse. I don't mean to disrespect in any way. I do apologize if it sounds like an attack. I promise you it's not. I respect your opinion as well, my man. Otis, he does. He does. Especially in front of Azpilicueta. Yusin, Bissaka's a better defender, but also, guys, look at the supporting cast. Recognize, again, Bellerin is left on his own on the right the entire time. The entire game, Bellerin is left at the right, on the right, by his own. And then look at Bellerin's attacking contributions, and look at Wan-Bissaka's attacking contributions to tell me that Bellerin is a worse attacker than Bissaka. You can say whatever you want about defending, but look at the roles they have for their team. Bellerin does the job of 2 or 3 players by himself. Is that a good idea? Probably not. But he does it, and he still does it to a high level. Okay, Alex, just making sure you're good. No, Schwartzy, it's a very interesting debate. I rate Reece James a lot. But you got to recognize, guys, Bellerin is not the person to attack. Bellerin is not the person to attack. Alex says Pepe needs to be converted to a cam. So here's the thing. He played as an inside forward at Lille. He was an inside forward on the right for Lille. And the reason he was so good is because they counterattacked a lot. Arsenal's a different team. They try to be a possession-based team. And Pepe hasn't grown up with that. So we're putting a square peg into a round hole and surprised when it doesn't fit. Slim, Aspie was sick 3 years ago, dude. Mackenzie, I didn't see what Cavani said. I'm going to upload this on YouTube. Fuck it. Peace out. Subscribe.